Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, November 1, 2022. And Iran people, folks, leaders, we should stand with Iranian people. They're fighting. They alone. This absolutely unacceptable in silence from democratic world. Silence means their announcement, yes, settlement, yes, statements, yes, have, but no action, not yet, and this absolutely unacceptable. Seems uh, as you this was surprise for you, but how this can be surprise? Ukrainian, Iranian people, particular was decade of years, including in 2019, several times was fighting, but this fight, I hope different can be, because so obvious Iranian regime was the last position in on Iranian people side. Absolute majority now want end this regime of mullahs, ayatollahs. And you not even have, maybe not have strategy, plan, policy for this situation in Iran. And I call you revise you this position, uncertainty, position of uncertainty, and strongly back Iranian people, stand with Iranian people, help Iranian people, any cost, in any way, use all opportunity and stand with Iranian people and help them, back them, and they will feel you, they will feel they're not alone. And again, Iranian people have a right fight, have a right protect themselves. If this terrorist organization, I can call Islamic growth, revolution growth, it should be announced by United States, by European Union and other countries. If this organization, terrorist group, will use force against Iranian people, we should stand with Iranian people, help them. Iranian people have a right to protect themselves. They have a right to fight, resist, fight. And if so, again, Iranian authority lost their position finally. They, if we will unite it in position back, help, stand with Ukrainian people, Iranian people, sorry, their attacks, internet, but radar, okay? We should have this united position They should be, shall, and Iranian people will fight in any forum, many forums. And this authority will understand finally time to go. If not, they will be brutal regime. They will arrest, kill. And how many times this was and why you continue all that. Today, the situation different again. We should use any of our opportunity for stand with Iranian people. Help them, back them. Not afraid, not think Iranian regime will say some blah blah. Iranian people before your eyes helping Hitler our days on her genocidal war in Ukraine, helping Iranian authority involved already, we can say, on this war in Ukraine, Hitler war in Ukraine. And so Iranian people now on streets and squares fighting despite these arrests, killings, continuation of that. They are not afraid and continue in universities, in schools, their strikes. And we should stand Iranian people. Time for that. Iranian authority already broke international law norms by backing Putin. Already broke international law and norms for using so brutality against Iranian people so many times. And now time for united forum stand with Iranian people. Help them. What they need, we should give them. They're fighting for secular country, democratic country. The anthem is singer song. Baraya means because. For that they're fighting. We shall stand with Iranian people. I call you for that. I demand for that because very important now time, days. Iranian people continue fight. But also Iranian truly terrorists, evil authority start use more force against Iranian people. And we should stand with the Iranian people, help them, back them, and they will fight. I say, I call Iranian people, I together with you. I know how strong your position, powerful as never before. But I also know is truly fascist authority, I can say, because brutality against peaceful protest demonstrators. They attacking and planning attack you. But from start I said you, when I knew all that, how this our movement, revolutionary movement, will go and what will try to do Iranian authority. Therefore, I call you not afraid, no afraid, no stop this fight. You can, I can call that this even war. War. You're fighting for Iran, Iranian future, for you, for your family, for your children. War. No afraid. No stop. Be bold, continue to be more powerful and on streets and squares across Iran. Organize forum. There should be strikes, more strikes. There should be all people, including in security forces line, military line. Again, I will say about that because that's true. There are many in military officers, generals, in police, in intelligence even. Not few, many. They also want change. They also understand time for change. This state system of Ayatollah should be removed, replaced. There should be normally republic and normally head of state, call it president. There should be parliament, there should be independent judiciary system. And for that should be there election law and newly formed election commissions. There should be truly free press. And there should be all political prisoners released, all this together in same day for understandable, I say, how this important. And we go peacefully to election. What is best way? Huh? And election, these people will, people vote. And of course, absolute majority of Iranian people want changes. We should fight for that. This way, very concrete way, no long way. Enough is enough. This concrete way, very concrete period of time, starting from today. And in near time, in coming months, we can go to election, early election. We can go to referendum. Referendum should change this state form, should remove these Ayatollah schemes, Ayatollah rules, supreme leader, there are other linked to supreme leader, some organization, commission. They should be removed. The time over. So unite with people, militaries, police, intelligence. Join to Iranian people. This regime of Ayatollah already, end. And best way, unite. Reject if you police and military, if you will order it by authority, use force against Iranian people, reject, no do that. United form, if you will do that, united form. No separately, individually, united form. You will see how this will finally change this authority, this Khamenei and others, the position. They will understand and time to go for them. We should do that, united as one people. There are many blah blah for as argue. I know all that, Khamenei, Islamic Revolution world, actually terrorist world, how brutality they crashing, attacking own people, civilians. But this Khamenei, this Islamic world, they're using this as argue. A country will divide. They are Kurdish, they are Turkish, they are Arabs, they are Balochistan, even India. They are Farsi. Oh no, this all lie. All lie. All these people want live in democratic country, which was our days particular. They very powerful stance on this case. They want to live live in democratic country, in secular country. Modern country, Iran, historical country, culture, all together. And now time, use all that and remove this regime of mullahs and contribute, and you will have new Iran. Modern Iran, stable, secular Iran. All nationalities on Iran will be happy of this, because their country or will come to secular, where rule of law, where justice. Decades, years, they under brutality, under sanctions, under brutality, under sanctions, under brutality, under sanctions. How many years? And enough is enough. They want that. Iranian people, all united for. They united and they are not a place for divide them. Not you. Because this position for democracy, live in own country, Iran, but modern Iran, secular Iran, democratic Iran. is much more powerful. And we all should stand with Iranian people. I say, world, folks, leaders, stand with Iranian people together. Brazil have new president. Actually, not new, well-known President Lula. But now Lula beat fascist authority Bolsonaro. I think correct, fascist authority. This Putin, Trump, Bolsonaro, the same person, same position means. How Bolsonaro during these 4 years affect badly Brazilian people, Brazilian nature, Amazon. When climate crisis calling emergency bell, alarm bell. Bolsonaro was decided more deforestation. There were killings of indigenous people. And we won. We all back Lula because he promised, and I hope, and we all, not only all, we demand from President Lula, do exactly what you promised in your campaign. Stand with Amazon, stand with indigenous people. Zero deforestation, President Lula. Zero. And also, of course, we together should fight corruption. Corruption level in Bolsonaro time, racketeering. Racketeering. It is correct. And how corruption affecting, beating Brazil, not only Brazil, any country, national security system, destroying. But Brazil as one of affected country on corruption, by corruption. And of course, we should fight corruption, money laundering. And I call President Lula, I together with you, and of course I congratulate all Brazil people for that victory. You are president, which will work for you, for Brazil. We're one of world leader on climate crisis case, fighting climate crisis and corruption. I say, Here about, I'm sorry, about Iran case, here very important. I should say that one woman arrested, mother. Her son was killed by Khamenei authority. After that, she was arrested. And there was order release her to hospital. She was released from prison for trial and was sentenced for 6 years additional. Now, without contact, without right for call, any mother, son killed. She was fighting this for a peaceful woman, mother. Call it Khamenei mother, and she right. Her name, Mona Bakhtiari tweeted, her mother, Nahid Shirpishe, was released from prison under the pretext of a trial while she was ordered to be sent to the hospital. After my mother was sentenced to 6 years in prison, she was transferred for Karaj to Zanjan prison. She was arrested on July 20 and has been denied the right to contact and visit since August 6. Here I will continue read by this photo. And in photo, her son who was killed by this authority, shot by bullet to head. They're together. Masi Ali Nejar continued this term. She tweeted, Nahid, his mother name Nahid's son, Poya Bakhtiari, was shot in the head during widespread protests in 2019. And call it in 2019 Bloody November during this protest, during which 1,500 protesters were killed. 1,500 people was protested revolution war against own people. And we know, I don't know even, I know listen there was some action against Iran, Iranian authority. 1,500. It has not been shy to say death to the dictator, since pointing Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of his son. And this photo, she and her son, and he was alive. Listen, killed his son, mother protested, was arrested, should be released to hospital because doctor said need be in hospital need urgently treatment. He after that was arrested even for more years and cut it all contacts since August 6, which authority this? No fascist? 1,500 in 2019 was killed. Massacre. Don't know, United Nations have Security Council, Human Rights Commission of United Nations, United States. Of course, the time was Trump in White House. Trump not will react to such. And when he absolutely know Iran authority linked to Putin. As finally we seen in Ukraine case. Why? And no, you should change your position, world leaders. Stand with Iranian people. Finally. Now good time for that, particularly now. Regime understand, people know this regime should be replaced. Now about climate crisis. One information I can say is better than other info. Ben C. tweeting. Why isn't this front page news? This about how media, particularly mainstream media, cover it. This death sentence to its people can be climate crisis. European Parliament has just called for nation states to work on developing a fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty in a resolution passed ahead of COP27. This is important. This should be passed, this treaty, sign it, fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty. This is important. I strongly back this, and this should be happen without delay. And again, shameful media failing covering climate crisis. And now tweet from Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty Initiative, their profile name. Breaking. The European Parliament just called for nation states to work on developing a fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty in its formal COP27 resolution. This is a major development in the global push for a fossil fuel treaty. This good one. Now, reality of climate crisis. Death sentence can be and will if you not will act for keep warming of planet atmosphere at 1.5 degrees Celsius, no more. Go Green tweeted. David King, former British chief scientist advisor, tweeting, melting permafrost. Quote, open. If all of that is permafrost in Arctic, in Siberia, in Greenland, in others, where they frozen underground on the ice. If all this, if or actually no, if when all of that is released, we will see temperatures rise from 5 to 8 degrees Celsius over 2 decades, 20 years, from 5 to 8. This in this frame. 5 degrees Celsius, death sentence. 8 degrees Celsius, this death sentence. After that, death sentence again. Means Earth people not longer will exist. 5 degrees, 6, 7, which I said, 8, even more. And this is only about permafrost. And he continued, David King, extraordinarily destructive to future of humanity, triggering food system collapse, displacing billions of people. But I say, will kill billions of people. This I say this directly about all climate crisis, not only permafrost, there carbon dioxide, there are other problems which will created by avalanche effect of planet Earth because climate change, climate crisis. Massive floods, massive wildfires, massive high temperature heats, massive droughts, massive earthquakes, and no chance for you, for your country infrastructure, for your country economy, for your state economy, industry, no chance, zero. And November 6th will start so-called COP27. This is actually greenwashing event, actually. You know, Sophie Gabriele, quote from George Monbiot. We are a society of altruists governed by psychopaths. They have driving continuation of tweet. They have driving humanity into the MAW, an extinction event. destroyed a safe habitat forever. They have lost their legitimacy. And here, words from Greta Thunberg. Our leaders have completely failed. We are never going back to normal. The climate and biosphere are breaking down. What you call normal is an extreme system based on exploitation of people and planet, saying Greta. Gabonese minister said, I name not recall, sorry, these days, yesterday, before yesterday, developed countries, Western countries, will act, will act, when death toll on their countries, means people, will rise sharply. Until that, they not will act. And I think you're right. But what this means, think about that. If people died in Africa, in Asia, in Pakistan, in India, there's nothing, not will act, not will give money. Because their country affected, they not even participate on this emission, pollution. Very, very small percentage, 1, 2, 3, 4%. But developed countries, today, this United States, China, India, joining, and others, they ignore and continue to ignore that. Particularly Western countries, they should do payment, share. How system evil, huh? This system, how truly satanic evil. When I'm talking about money, but same time I understand their money not exist, money no money. This criminal trick, partly covered money. What this means? What means partly covered money? And same time we not have money for give to this nation that died there because climate crisis which we created in developed countries. This undeniable form how this system satanic, evil, inhumane, and they have no money. But they're saying this money, and we can't give this money because we needed this money. Their diet, okay, we can through United Nations some aid, humanitarian aid sent. And they know this not helpful, this nothing, this so absolutely nothing, not helpful. Means that. And money, people, we shall change this system. If not, all happening before your very eyes. How this system ruled the world, who control the system, and why this such brutality happening around the world. They denying they denying scientists, even fossil fuel industry or meat industry, even meat already joining to fossil fuel. They're trillionaires, small part of money given to some the lobbies, so-called maybe even scientists or some specialists. When scientists, true scientists, or their team, they are detailed from their figures, graphics, based on fact check, satellite data. They say methane means meat you should reduce. It's very bad for your health eating meat, particularly more meat. It's very bad for health. And also climate crisis, the permafrost and the permafrost methane. But this methane, livestock, is not under permafrost. They're destroying forests and creating more and more livestock, as this fascist Bolsonaro did in Brazil, and others too. More and more. Scientists saying you should cut. There, no way. Stop that. There's deaths for you. Stop that. Oh yes, yes, yes, we will. And same time, we taking fact, quantity of pipeline increasing sharply, drilling increasing sharply, licensing increasing, of fossil fuel, of course, all increasing. This livestock increasing, all increasing, Death sentence. What they think? Maybe they think, as this respectful Gabonese minister said, if they think will happen, but players will die, hundreds, millions, billions, no problem. They will survive. Their country, develop it, more protected, moral, evil and moral. How they can think their country protected? This is about planet Earth. This is about physics. One powerful earthquake, the economy will destroy. Cities can, or infrastructure, seriously affected. One serious earthquake, which will happen dozens of dozens. This extreme heat, this wildfire, already affecting America, Europe, food chain already broke it. Already this happening. But of course, not yet in Europe, not yet in America. But when will happen? Will too late. We will fight, but you will fail because avalanche effect. Science is saying you act now. Divest from fossil fuel. Finally, stop subsidies, stop all that, give money to zero emission technology, which have solar, wind, create Marshall Plan, aka Marshall Plan, use Lend-Lease method, means emergency, means emergency. There should be climate emergency declared. And same action in emergency. We're too late. And we Earth people, me, I together with you Earth people, we should act. We can't wait them. System not giving them any chance act. They can broke the system, but seems that they not have intention to that. And this will continue. During this several months, 2, 3, 5 months even, when Putin launched genocidal war in Ukraine, and price of oil and gas increased, rocketed. All fossil fuels, all oil companies, oil and gas companies, billions of billions of dollars during these few months, several months, 10 billion, 8 million, during these few several months, 3, 4 months, profit, because price. Who increasing this price? They themselves, behind them big banks who continue for money to them. And they increasing price as Saudi Arabia did, Mohammed bin Salman did because Putler, because Trump. Midterm election in America. Midterm election in America. They should increase price. Joe Biden administration fighting and down this price, but American voters should understand this actually who increases price, these Republicans and their allies. Already so obviously all happening. Joe Biden downing price was increased price because Putin war in Ukraine, and this was happening not only in America and Europe, too, oil and gas prices, gasoline, petrol, gasoline. And after that, when Joe Biden administration down this price, come to normal, and again, yesterday, before yesterday, few days ago, again they start. Who doing that? Because midterm coming, so obvious. Who? For whom interest this increasing price of gasoline? Republicans put less structure in United States, both Trump and who backed Trump? All Republican Party in any coast. Trump did several treason. He very already, I think after election, will indict on several cases. And national security case, top secrets, he stole, and where these dogs go, who was not yet, not found. Their coup attempt, attack against constitution, constitutional process, transfer power to new president-elect. They are his financial crimes, taxes, all these three linked to Putin. And all this in three cases, Trump, Republican backed Trump. Trump lost election, they buy big lie, start say repeatedly this lie. Even Mike Pence, vice president, in his book said, hey, this not new law, this law's law in American politics. Intentionally, because Trump, because Giuliani, because Flynn, because Stone, others. Even before election day, they must have this position. If they will lose, they will not will accept the defeat. And they did, and this come to this coup attempt. And all that happening to America, America can survive. America remain powerful country in the world. But when you're not touching Putin structure into America, and Putin structure both in America, Trump, and Trump team this today's Republicans. Today's Republican Party undeniably evil. And if you not touch it, Putin structure, your country in trouble, America. Department of Justice, FBI, CIA, NSA, all deny Homeland Security. So many facts, so many. But not yet. There should be cleanup from Putin structure. Finally, and without delay. And how this will link it to one another? Climate crisis, fossil fuels, big banks, today's Putin structure in America, Trump Republicans who climate crisis deniers, who back it billionaires, who continue back fossil fuel industries, is fueling this price of gasoline, and they try and point in this case on Biden administration. Absurd. Biden administration will finally stabilize this price. No doubt. They already did in very critical situations. Joe Biden administration can lower price and will do finally. But this, because midterm election day coming close and close, they try using this, increasing this price of gasoline, try also by such form intervention to election, try take more seats in Congress. Evil. Patriot or who love own country never will use such method. Never. Enemy can. Evil can. And today's Republican Party is evil. Return to finally in this climate crisis theme today. Listen, Nicole Rodell, report shows 9, 49% of G20, G20 nations energy finance to Africa is going to fossil gas for export. Repeat, G20 investing in Africa. So we investing African nations helping. 49% of this investment of gas, this gas go to export. And is not meeting energy access needs of African countries. This go to export and normally country meeting their energy need, okay. After that, they have more energy, gas, etc. In this case, I think talking about this fact. How many absurds? They taken from giving helping them, giving investment. They're not giving them chance meet their energy need, taking gas from them. But in report, G20 will do so billions investment in Africa. System, we surely the world, that. IMF, World Bank, that. Today's IMF, today's World Bank. What can do African nations, and not only Africa? Their islands, their other poor countries. I already said, former Prime Minister of Maldives called that I back. Very good idea. This no idea, this should be in practice. We do that. Therefore, African nations, we have debt to International Monetary Fund, to World Bank. Yes, different projects, it is stop, do this payment. Stop any. No percentage of this loan means credit, not this credit, including credit, not should be not returning. But this can happen if you will unite together. I together with you know afraid nations. If they so openly killing you, Africans, or these islands, or indigenous, you will sit and watch. They know they can in cosmetic form, small, maybe something big do. Not be fooled. Enough is enough. Stop do these payments. Further, we will see. I say you are together with you. You're thinking what will happen further. This money will remain in your budget. Normally that should be. You can this money spend to your resolve your problems, including this outcome of this disaster. Sorry. because climate crisis, flood or wildfire or drought, food crisis, etc. People, they fail it. No wait from them. What? COP27. Again, this greenwashing. Will blah blah, or in best way, some cosmetic forum, will there maybe something, which not nothing. Okay? Even not small, nothing means that they not will give you money. They not will resolve. They not will start divest from fossil fuel. They not will stop licensing new drillings. Not. Delay. Blah, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah means greenwash. We will do that, we have that, we will this. And of course, Greta Thunberg decision not join to this COP27, understandable. I stand with her. Because they are nothing. What? Even though they are in best way will happen some cosmetic forum which not helpful, very bad, and this means very bad. Scientists saying, all saying, you go to death if you not immediately act for keep warming of planet Earth at 1.5 degrees Celsius. For that, what you, these particular developed countries, shall do also will know immediately without delay. And about this, I repeating my call to all nations, Africans, these islands, including Maldives, others countries, Bangladesh, very also affecting, Pakistan already affected. They are not there help. Some aid made is not helpful. Stop all these countries who are affected by climate crisis, and they are poor, they not even created this climate crisis. Particular African countries, I already said, most, and islands, they are most affected. Indigenous regions, most affected. So I call you unite and reject the payment for your loans, for your credits to International Monetary Fund and to World Bank. And this organization are calling. There's good chance use this situation and act on humanity behalf. Stop this means clear this credit. You give credit, zero that. You should zero on this. And no say me, their financial institutions, this can affect. This lie. This not true. Party covered money system. through this. We should act. We should act. Climate crisis not giving us time, not giving to us comfort. We should act same time fighting climate crisis, and same time we should start replace today's financial system world by transparent financial system. We can and we shall do that. And this actually about your rescue as people. You know how evil acting. Well, this changing what I said. This actually about how world system, financial system is financials. And others link it to financial system because monetary world, all counting by money. And we should change that together and together with United States and others developed countries, particularly United States. Dollar, but covered dollar, not partly, as John Kennedy tried to do, and for that he was assassinated. He started printed fully covered money, also call it dollar. What's your problem? But Putler and their Xi Jinping too, and of course Putler structure in Europe, in America again, Putin structure both Trump and today's Republicans, majority of them. In Europe, many countries, including Britain, Germany, France, Italy, Austria, and other countries. They planning Putin structure, Putin. Replace today's financial system by their own system. And this system, as today's system, dark, corrupt, and 10 times more. Most corrupt, most dark. This tyrannies planning to do that. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin for that. Not be full day advertising blah blah about this money not go through central banks. This independently go from one to other in internet sphere. Not be fooled, people. Cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin, already owned by Rothschild and Co., who own this financial system of world behind scene, and they try come to the final stage. That run Putin, Xi Jinping, by schemes, not directly. They are Rothschild and Co. acting secret, a secret society, as John Kennedy called them. But I say this true, based on docs, archives, And nowadays, China, Russia won't replace dollar by Bitcoin. And not only China and Russia. Actually, Rothschild and Co. They're together. Even today, Putler, genocidal war in Ukraine, and behind scene, Rothschild and Co. helping Putin. That's true. So, who they? We won't change because today's system, as we know, inhumane generally and concretely, mainly, and there should be transparent system. They also won't change, but do much more dark, much more evil, much more criminal. And who they? Hitler nowadays and Co. And actually who ruled the world? Rothschild and Co. Who behind scene collaborating with them. And this mask, Elon Melon, they're puppets of that. You will see. And they all participate on this case. They all, today's Republicans, including Elon Melon and others, Till Mill and others, all pro-Putin. And all they pro-Bitcoin. They all want replace dollar by, they're called cryptocurrency, actually mainly Bitcoin. And Bitcoin very already has fractured, very corrupt, and of course this, there no way was from start. Bitcoin will succeed and we're independent. No way. Bitcoin failed. Bitcoin no independent. This greenwash, this blah blah. Behind them there are scams. Bitcoin corrupt. For example, how this, they are money laundering. How this happening? There's no need through some central bank go, this money laundering. They can avoid central banks if have opportunity, and Rothschild and Co have this opportunity. Therefore, they own it, fully controlled Bitcoin, and Putin in this case very important for Putin. For example, today, Putin mainly avoided these financial sanctions by Bitcoins, by narco, heroin from Afghanistan, by Bitcoin, and other things. And this sphere even not touched. Additional neighbor countries continue to help Putin. Tokayev of Kazakhstan, İlham Aliyev of Azerbaijan, and others. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. Corruption means money laundering. Because dark system. Bitcoin, very evil system, dark system. Therefore, they're huge scale of money laundering. 100 billions. Already, I can say they are trillions. This is about Bitcoin. And same time, Bitcoin so climate crisis fueling by their action, by their mining, directly fueling climate crisis. No way for Bitcoin. I say, for Bitcoin, good reason for them. Divest you from Bitcoin. It's good, I say. Cryptocurrency can be when we will create transparent financial system, fully transparent, bank operations too, but fully secure. And we will welcome cryptocurrency too. Okay? This will happen nowadays. We already start to that. And this will increasing. But they also try, they're not yet. They beating Putin. Putin not have chance, still in authority. Trump already in garbage of history. And for his treasons, his place and will behind cell, means they will jail it. There are several treason against United States. With indictments, and there should be cleanup from Putin's structure on these countries. So this, how I link it, all that, one to other. Climate crisis, today global financial system, these countries, particularly developed countries, they their lobby schemes of big banks, lobby schemes of big fossil fuels, how they intervening in political establishment sphere, and result this, as we see. Therefore, we should act. No wait from them some serious action. Somebody, if can, we will back them. But there should be united action as Earth people, all countries. In emergency forum action, climate emergency. Climate emergency is one of the biggest problem of United States of America. Now I will talk about coming midterm. One of your big problem, American voters, climate crisis. If you not allow that, not yet, not allow that, not understand that means, not feel that means, this is bad. Climate crisis, this such thing which can and will affect any sphere and your life, each voters, family, work, job, family means children, schools, and social program and food supply chain, means markets, all that, transport, means infrastructure, climate crisis, this. And you, not only United States, all nations, means developed countries, and entirely Earth people, you cross it, red line. And I feel this about physics of planet Earth. It's not political decision of planet Earth. They're sitting planet Earth sitting and thinking. Good reason there should be some political decision and using. Not. This physics. Atmosphere, their percentage of gases change it, and this immediately start affecting all biosphere, all, including you, human beings. So, Republicans, climate crisis deniers, voters. For example, this gasoline price is also linked to fossil fuel. They increasing. And why they increasing? Because climate crisis affecting many spheres. And addition, their war in Europe. And they're profiteering, big fossil fuels, big banks, but affecting you, voters. And they wanting today's Republicans, climate crisis deniers, pro fossil fuels, pro big banks, means pro billionaires. They cut the tax to wealthy. They, Republicans. You forget? Democrats try to spend some money to you in social sphere for women rights, for medicines, healthcare sphere. But they cut taxes to wealthy. Not evil. And women rights. When I say women rights, in 21st century in America, again I think that there are women raped, even young, underage. United States of America, not in Afghanistan, not in Saudi Arabia, not in India, where such thing happening. And she go pregnant, and she reject that, have right for that. But in some states of your country, they said she can't protect her body. If she raped it even, she should have these children, this baby. If not, who raped her can punish her. Some states have this law already passed this law. This medieval area methods appear in 21st century United States. Who backed this law? All Republicans, fully Republicans. Not evil. Climate crisis, I said. Women's rights, I said. They are about gun control. Children massacre. When this happening, all you American people come into shock. After Sandy Hook, this last was in Uvalde, in Texas, thanks to this Abbott, is very actively was back free sale of gun even to under 21 age means 18 years. And you have children massacre, Abbott and others, Republicans. They're resisting. Take good control on gun violence. Again, who oppose? Today's Republicans. Not evil. And additional, they are Americans, voters, this your country. Your country attacked by hostile country, as in war. What put there openly and in genocidal forum war in Europe, in Ukraine. This open war. But Putin attacked your country in war forum, intervening your election, Putin in White House, helping Putin in White House, Trump Putin structure both into United States of America. I say you that correct. You will have these fact check dogs. Putin structure boss about this. And what this means, already we have your national security, American citizens, voters, your country national security broken by Trump and Republicans. Because Republicans fully back Trump. Top secrets. And we know how criminal and corrupt Trump and co, Kushner, others. Today Republicans in Senate, in House. This all put their money. NIA, already I can say, now today maybe already this should be dissolved, NIA. There should be other organization. But NIA was in near time when Trump was in White House, particularly in election campaign period time in 16, mainly was financing by Putin, NIA. NIA give part of this money to Trump campaign. In one case, $30 million. These Putin oligarchs give NIA give to this Trump. Money laundering scheme. And NIA did that. Mueller report and others, their report was on this case. In Senate committee also, I think they also have this fact. And Trump stole top secret. This already very serious crime. No doubt he give these top secrets, sell means, to Mohammed bin Salman, to Israel, possible other countries, give without payment because boss to Putin, hear from Putin how much money already said and will say repeatedly until Department of Justice, FBI will reveal these facts. There are billions of dollars from Putin to Trump, directly to Trump. Billions. And your national security. Top secret, your security. And Trump did that. And today's Republicans back it, Trump, continue back Trump. And coup attempt. Trump was aware these attackers, insurrectionists, armed. Anyway, Trump called them go to Capitol, stop Michael Pence. They did that. They broke into Capitol Hill, into a Congress building, was very near to Michael Pence. His life was very high risk. There are no guarantee he will survive. And all that intentionally did Trump. There was call after his call directly in meeting, and there was phone calls. Her Trump advisor, this woman, also confirmed this fact. Security service officers also confirmed that Trump was aware. But Republican minority leader in House of Representatives, McCarthy, by his big lie, say opposite. And this big lie method of today Republican Party, how this affects in America? By the big lie, months and months, saying Trump won election. Then there is no one evidence, no one fact confirming this fact. Trump won. But anyway, this McCarthy, this Scalise, this Johnson, Ron Johnson, this Lindsey Graham, and all this others, by big lie, this method, political method, for distract you voters. They want more power and authority. They was try by coup attempt keep Trump in White House. I mean, today they continue back Trump. They did, after this coup attempt, finally, there should be finally, okay? For the Republican Party, this was final red line, and they crossed this red line. Trump stole top secret docs. After that, Republican Party fully should condemn and reject Trump. What's happening opposite American voters? Enemy act of Republican Party, enemy against United States national security system. As Putin did that. Today's Republican Party is evil. They won't take more seats after that. What will happen? You don't understand that? Not yet. Not enough, American voters. Not enough. Who they? by their big lie, by their tricks. Look what they're doing in these midterm campaigns. This fact check. Is fact check. Okay. Simon Rosenberg. Hello, media friends. You have been played by the GOP. And Tom Bonnier. After a flood of GOP outlet polls, look, GOP outlet polls. This polls because midterm day closing and closing, coming close. GOP Republicans choose flood this area on the states, particularly in swing states, to pro-Republican polls. This is not free, this for money. And they show you big lie is big lie, this method, this Republican method, big lie. But mainstream media, why they like it be fooled? Only few media understand that this trick, this attack on election by fake is fake. This poll is fake. Pro-GOP, how this can be independent poll? This poll opinion, people opinion, okay, poll, only should be independent. But if pro-Republicans, this means this lie, this trick, this fake, and some media, mainstream media, was fooled. They was using this polls. And you voters sitting before TV and looking, oh, Republicans, they are red wave. This is laughing. They are no red wave. Absolutely opposite they happen. Democrats leading on Senate and also continually have good chance keep the majority in House. But your choice, voters, your choice. They will use big lie. They will use these fake polls. And I warn this mainstream media, stop use these fake polls, CBS or any others. I not even mention Fox News. They already pro-Republican. Means will fail this big lie. They did. This big lie they did. Fox News did. Trump won this election or other big lies. Now they not talking about that as this not was exist. The Fox News did that, was participate on this big lie. And in midterm coming, and of course they same person, same scheme, same team, using all methods. The lowest level. Your Republican vice president, Mike Pence, said that. Lowest level today's Republican Party. means in Trump time, he said, but today's Republicans see him are talking about that to you. They're using even fake polls for distract your mind. And media, I warn you, stop that. Several media understand that and stop that use. MSNBC, for example, and others. But others should join. If you profit, your professionals should be that mainstream media. You can immediately understand these pro-Republicans are fake. And stop covering this. Tom Bonnier, after a flood of GOP outlier polls in all of these races designed to create stories about an impending red wave and digging into why Democrats are losing, okay? And New York Times, Siena, they independent and this good series poll. New York Times, Siena, and their others have. They're not pro-Democrat, they're not pro-Republicans. Independent. New York Times and CNN suggests not much has changed in these races in the past 2 weeks. And past 2 weeks situation was that. In Arizona, there's several examples, but this can be in many others races too. In Arizona, Kelly keep lead before Masters 6 point, 51 to 45. In Georgia, Warnock leading against Walker, 49 for 46. In Nevada, Masto and Lexalt, same, 47. Pennsylvania, Fetterman leading 5 points before above Oz. Doctor, call it doctor. Oz. 49 Fetterman, 44 Oz. This is true about what's happening. But Republicans, by their big lie, try distract your mind, American voters. Blah, blah, about red wave, etc. This fake, this lie. I saying you that. Not because somebody they're writing and I found them and reading them. Not. You know me. I never will say incorrect or will use for campaign, election campaign, some campaign slogan, advertising. Never was. And you know me. The flip side, most of the polling over the last few weeks is coming from partisan outfits, usually Republican, or auto-dial firms. These polls are cheap enough to flood the zone, and many of them were emboldened by the 2020 election when their final results come close to the election results, even as other pollsters struggled. This problem we can resolve acting together, American voters. Main here, today's Republican Party evil. Vote Democrats. And in this case, early elections, crucial. Go and vote early election by mail or other the opportunity to have early election. Go and vote earlier. This is good. This is good for Democrats. American voters do that. And their youths will mainly vote Democrats. And I call American youths who have voter rights, finally vote Democrats. And now main point, turnout. American voters should flood election stations. This is our chance. Who they're using any method, any trick. But they in minority if we together. Therefore, if turnout high, this means there's good chance for Democrats. Therefore, I call you, American voters, go vote earlier, and also in early election or in November 8th election day, no sit at home or first go to election station. This peaceful fight for America, for you, American voters, American people. Use that. Reject these evil Republicans. Today, they undeniably on evil position. And I say you by facts. Who they? They this. And they anyway will use their big lie. They will use their tricks, their fraud methods. Anyway. But you, when you know who you can't be fooled. Therefore, vote Democrats. This is crucial. This is very crucial election. House of Representatives should remain on the Democrat Party. There should be majority of Democrats in House of Representatives. In Senate, majority of Democrats should be increased. And good chance for that in both in House of Representatives and Senate. Democrats will win if we together and this should happen. This is for you, American people. I say, okay, today this. I am Chinghiz together with you, Earth people.